Hi, I'm Tom. This is Mina, and this is Kitty Help Desk. So today I wanted to talk about something that can be a difficult problem. When we invite pets into our home, we adopt them and we consider them members of our family, there can sometimes be stress for us associated with that because we want to provide the best for them and we want them to be happy and healthy. And sometimes, they don't always interact in a positive way, especially when we have multiple pets, like the two here on the desk right now. Sometimes these two don't get along well because there's sort of a case of unrequited love here. Lucy just loves Mina, and Mina really doesn't want much to do with Lucy. And that's just because Lucy was adopted as a little kitten, and she was a very annoying little kitten when Mina was a full-blown senior cat. And I knew that was going to be a little problematic and a little stressful for me to sort of deal with that on a day-to-day basis. But I accepted that, and I think of conflict in a lot of ways, but I don't ever consider that cats' lives should be entirely free of conflict because that's just not reality. That's not the world in which we live. We live in a world where conflict helps us to grow, where conflict creates challenges for us and can actually make our lives better in the long run. And that can be true for our pets as well. And for Mina, I've spoken in other videos about her over-grooming, and that over-grooming was really created by boredom when I wasn't at home during the day for 10 hours a day every day and she was at home alone. She existed just fine and she was very happy being alone. It wasn't that she didn't have a friend to be with her. It was that she was a little bit bored. And so having Lucy around, even with Lucy being a source of some antagonism, that's not necessarily an entirely negative thing. But it's easy for us to feel like, oh, I've put them together and I'm responsible for this relationship, and to feel bad about it and feel like we need to do something to fix it. That's especially a thing with men. We love to fix things. We think it's our responsibility to fix everything. And the case is that it really isn't, but it can be very helpful for us, all of us, all pet caregivers. It can be helpful to spend some time away from our pets. And I say that with all the love in the world for this twosome right here. They are my family and I love them dearly, but I have to get out of the house and do some other things sometimes. During the pandemic, it made it very difficult for everyone. We were all sort of stuck at home together and sort of everyone was piled on top of each other, right? And even in my household where I'm the only person, just being here 24/7 can become a bit of a chore because I see every interaction with them and you become sort of hyper-focused on it. So it's important to spend some time away from them, quality time, that you do things for yourself, that you can let go of your needs for helping them, because it's a little like the cliche of the airline mask, right? You need to fasten your own mask, your own oxygen mask, before you help someone else with theirs. And that's true for everything, really, in our lives. We need to take care of ourselves first. And that's not in a selfish way. That is, in order for us to provide care to others, we have to be taken care of first. We can't, if we have nothing to give, we have nothing to give. So, in order to take care of our cats in the best way possible, it's better to spend some time away from them. And if that means going out for a walk, spending time at work away from them, spending time on a bike ride, that's what I do. I take a bike ride every day, every morning. And so just being out in nature, in the world, encountering sort of random people and not being confronted with the needs of your pets all day long can really go a long way towards recharging and rejuvenating you and making you more capable of providing high quality care to them when they really do need it. And that's what's most important, because if we get annoyed by them, which is entirely possible, it's just human, right? It's just like with children. Over time, there are going to be times when you're just like, oh, I've had enough of this. You just keep, they keep asking. Lucy has a habit every day of a little earlier each day. She starts asking for lunch. A little earlier, a little earlier. And there are days that it doesn't happen, but a lot of days it just seems like, I look at the clock and I'm like, wow, you've got 2 hours before. Like, are you going to bother me for that entire 2 hours? And the answer is yes. She's going to bother me for the entire 2 hours. Now, I can manage her behaviors in other ways, but, and I have reduced that in certain circumstances. But there are still going to be days where she's going to push those buttons, because either she's digested her breakfast a little too quickly, because she's more active that morning. There are all kinds of things that can feed into this. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to be more tolerant of them and any time that they behave in ways that we don't particularly want. We need to be kind and gentle in our responses to them. And if we are high-strung and kind of wound up, it's much more difficult to give them that care and love that we really feel. So, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.